Yo, what's good, everyone? So, this is Artist of Truth, aka Uncle Phil. Hope you all are having a great day. Um, Protecting your peace and all that good stuff. But look. Let me go ahead and get to the chase behind this video, right? So, how many of you all are familiar with securities, right? Okay. So, if you're wondering, what is Uncle Phil talking about as security? Okay, so I've been doing my studying, and it's some things that I started learning and coming in contact with that just kind of like left me mind boggled. And of course, if you're not the type of individual that likes to go down the rabbit hole, then okay, maybe this video isn't for you. Maybe you just need to stay complacent exactly where you are. But for those of you who are not complacent and you seek the change, check this out. I just want to put this on your brain, right? Every application, every single application that you sign, that you apply for, do you know that it can be turned into a security? Like a security which is being sold to third parties, and the securities are pretty much dumped into a pool with other securities, loans, mortgages, auto loans. Hell, come to think about it, even job applications. Reason being, what makes what makes it a security is your signature. Because when you sign, especially with auto loans, mortgages, you know, credit cards, when you sign on those applications, whatever it is, it's already been prepaid. I know you're thinking like, what the hell? What you mean prepaid? As in, you're signing that promissory note, which the promissory note is a promise to pay, right? All right. No different, no different than those greenbacks that you keep in your purse or your wallet. I just got this feeling I've touched on this before, but now I'm gonna go a little bit in depth. So those Federal Reserve notes that are in your pocket, in your bank account and whatnot, those are promissory notes as well. Like, how do you use a debt instrument? And that's exactly what it is, because it's legal tender. If you read the face of your Federal Reserve notes, those greenbacks, those dollars, them dollar bills, y'all, them ones you be seeing, some rap artists holding up beside these little blockhead talking about money, and it. That ain't nothing but monopoly money. That shit ain't got no fucking value. The only reason why it has value is because people give it value. No different than a promissory note. Promissory note is no different than a Federal Reserve note. It is a promise to pay. So it's like, how do you pay a debt with a debt instrument? You can't. That's like saying, oh, I owe you X amount of dollars at some undisclosed period of time. So you're really not paying your debt off at all, because you're using Federal Reserve notes, which are considered debt instruments. They're instruments of debt. So how do you pay a debt with a debt? Completely mind-boggling. And I sat there for the longest. It was just like, how? How do you pay a debt with a debt? You can't, right? Oh, okay, cool. So let's move on. going back to the securities, you can call the company that you're doing business with, whether it's a credit card company, a mortgage or auto loan, or you can look into their policy. You can read it for yourself where it clearly states, hey, your information, your name, your date of birth, your social security number. These are three components right here. That's all they really need to sell your information. Tis the reason why we get unsolicited phone calls, emails, and just mail in your mailbox. You know, all of these other different types of offers and whatnot. So again, just something to put on your brain. How would you feel, right? How pissed would you feel? And don't think too hard into it. Just take it for what it is. How would you feel if you found out that what I was telling you was absolutely positively true? How mad would you get? And what would you be willing to do to change that? Wow, like they'll take a promissory note, because as soon as you sign that promissory note, whatever the amount of that loan is, has now been satisfied. Let me say that again. When you sign that application, which is a security, and it has a promissory note attached to it, when you sign it, whatever it is that you are trying to acquire, it's already been satisfied. That $100,000 loan, it's already been satisfied because you signed that promissory note. So the real question is, if you've already signed that promissory note, and that promissory note is a promise to pay, why would you turn right around and agree to pay them an additional $100,000 with those Federal Reserve notes? Think, but don't think too hard. Let me say it again. When you sign that promissory note is what? A promise to pay, right? Because see, the end game here is to discharge your debt, regardless of whatever it is, because technically somebody is responsible for all the debts of the American people. Who is responsible for all of the debt of the American people? United States. Contrary to what many people may believe, but they're responsible for any and all debts. Blew my freaking mind, y'all. Just left me baffled. You know, it really makes no sense. Like, if you really sit there and think about it, it's like, yeah, why in the hell am I? Remember, the Federal Reserve notes are no different. They're legal tender, public and private debts. So it's a promise to pay. Because as many of you may or may not know, money is not backed by gold or silver. It's not backed by anything. At one point, it used to be, but it's not like that anymore. Thanks to the Federal Reserve, they changed that all up. So in closing, I just want to put that on your brain. Think about it for a while. Let it marinate. It's like, damn. So Federal Reserve notes are basically promise to pay. Yeah. And a promissory note that you sign with your signature, because your signature has value. Yeah. Your signature has value. I found out that my signature alone is worth 10 mil. So, holy fuck. Just something to put on your brain, y'all. You know Uncle Phil loves you. That shit never changed. Ain't that about a bitch? And to think some people they pledge their allegiance to a goddamn flag that is part of an entity that is clearly shitting down their neck. So, oh yeah, that message is specifically for anyone, any and everyone. I don't care if you are a citizen. That is my message for you all. Because you can't rely on your government to be transparent with you. That's too much like right? Okay. But anyway, as I said before, Uncle Phil loves you, baby, and that shit never changes.